Explain a good message. I'm glad you're a great activist. Let me give you some knowledge, Reverend Al, because that's what we need. You know, when you remember when President Obama was the president and they said, I can't breathe, Eric Garner, those guys was trying to get the world attention that Eric Garner died at the hands of the police. They wore their T-shirts or something in the game, and I said, well, they need the attention. This is why I said that I'm a college graduate. You know what the black community need before we go to, I said go at these rich folks? Because Donald Trump is a financial leader that attacks us for his constituents. How come a black man never tell you where to be a financial leader? Take us to Wall Street. You know, my uncle was real deep because his son is a branch president in Gary, Indiana. He's deep and he's probably a millionaire. Check this out. You know, he was telling me, when you ever seen $1 million check, he said, what's the most important part of the check, the front of the check or the back of the check? A lot of our high school basketball players that sell them $200 shoes out of China, they never deposit their money in a black financial institution. We got to start being like leaders. When you talk to another black guy, like, where you get your money from? The conversation shuts down. Before you can go and get power, like some of these Republicans, they look at banks and financial institutions, Wall Street. I want black folks to find me a black financial leader, then I follow him, because Dr. King, he marched behind garbage truck and he gave me my civil rights. Now I'm looking for money because I know I have civil rights. Thanks for a great man like Dr. King and yourself. I'm glad you've been an activist. But let me say this, Reverend. You know when LeBron James was in the White House all the time, he was running around talking about basketball with President Obama and his wife. This guy make a lot of money. I want him to be my financial leader and tell me where he's making all this money from so we can be just like him. That's called equality. Thank you now.
All right, thank you for your call. Let's go to Georgia, Sirius XM 126 to Shelby. Shelby?
Yes. Good afternoon, Reverend Al, and I'm so proud of your speech at Oxford and the ability to spread that good news. Mayor Beth Victor, I'm just so proud of you also. Of course, Georgia represents a new onward march of young leadership, and we're just proud. And I was at the Power Rising with the women there, and I just am so excited about the future. We right now, however, are in the present. A present that has us right now on the brink of perishing. We have, in fact, a leadership that you just expressed concern about, that I have expressed concern about this morning in calling other shows, referencing how many of our caucus members also voted for that payday lending banking bill that is creating predatory lending in our communities that the mainstream banks actually are supported because there's a loophole. President Obama had passed the Dodd-Frank Consumer Financial Regulation Bureau to try to regulate that loophole, and that is, in fact, where we are in the midst of even this support for this Blue Lives Matter bill. I can't imagine that we had any caucus members, the President's Commission, and I'm just looking at that report that I have a copy of, Reverend Al, you spoke to about the 21st Century Policing Commission that was brought forward from the Ferguson.
Right.
I have the copy of that report because I have, in fact, been advocating that report whenever I go around to different symposiums and events, speaking as well as being a part of facilitation. That report also highlighted for us to have accountability. We right now as taxpayers are paying for the brutality through our tax dollars with these suits that they then settle. One of the things is put the liability personally, the civil liability. Benjamin Crump, I actually live in Florida, and Brother Benjamin Crump is one of our esteemed leaders that you partner with, and we just love. He's our new Thurgood Forward, along with other justice barristers in the country. We need liability, civil liability, to be put personally on these officers who we find to be guilty of protocol. We also need to, this notion that the Black Caucus is supporting them because of I guess, contributions. I'm not sure why it is, but I do know that they are primarily in gerrymandered seats where they're getting a black constituency vote. They do not have a white constituency vote, and it's appalling. And I'm delighted for this to be brought forward because this is the context of our new, I think, advocacy and forward march in our politics. Is that we're going to have to hold our own accountable.
I think, thank you for your call, Shelby. I think that's true, and I think, again, no one is advocating anything against police. They're trying to project us as anti-police, and we can have different ways we deal things in terms of even the loan companies. There is some in our community with no credit and all that needs ways of borrowing money, and I remember years ago, I tried to work with a car loaning company, they're a commercial firm, but when we said, all right, let's try and do a thing where there's limits on this, couldn't get them to that, and we moved on. And I think that we are not hearing any balance. It's like we're going all the way on the other side, some of us, and there needs to be accountability for that, Mary Pat. No one is saying that you should not have a balanced view that deals with all of these issues. But to just go with this bill and not negotiate that coupled with this bill must be when police are wrong. And what is the mandatory judicial process for that is to just throw away all of it and play right into this era of Trump. That's my concern.
That ain't right. It's too long.
I agree, Reverend Sherson, and I think that it's going to be time for us to pretty much call them to the forefront. She did talk about some of them being in gerrymandered districts. I will say that some of them are also in districts that are facing gentrification. And so I'm not sure, if any of that has to do with anything. But I do think it's time for them to stand up and begin to really be the voice for those that feel that they have no voice and those that they were elected to represent.
I think so. I don't know.
Let's go to Lyle in Portland, Oregon. KBMS 1480. Lyle?
Lines, but
Bless you out there. God bless you. Thank God for listening to you for years. Thank God I'm a Louisiana boy, but thank God I live in Portland, Oregon now. And I listen to your president, thank God, and that crooked Hillary, and yet he don't know anything at all about this woman, and he's going to build a wall and have Mexico to pay for it. He never goes back and straightens out anything that he's already said. He knows he made an error on, and yet he criticized others. I thank God for men like yourself and many others who are going before you and led you forward. Do what you're doing and do it because you're doing a great work. I want to say this while I'm on the phone, is that you're not doing this yourself. You was ordained of God to replace some of them that went before you. You was prepared, as you said in Jeremiah, that from your mother's womb, he planted you for this job. No one could do this like you can. No one could take your place at what you're doing and how you're doing it. And you're doing it because God has anointed you. God has anointed you, Brother, to do the job that you're doing. And there will be a great, great change forever with the black people, with the people of color, with the people, all people, to realize you only represent fair and what is right for all people. Black, brown, yellow, red, and all. You represent righteousness that exalts the people and sends reproach to any people. And what they're doing now is very sinful, and the man just running wild because he's representing the rich. The rich. That's what he represents. And so God bless you. Have a blessed day. And continue to do what you're doing. Bless you with aim. God get safe and sound and back on the job. God bless you. May God ever smile on you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for your call and for your words. Let's try to get one more in, Mayor Pat. Let's go to Donald in North Carolina, Sirius XM 126.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Reverend Sharpton, for taking my call. Thank you for all you're doing. I've been following you for several years, and I actually met you several years ago in Raleigh, North Carolina. But I got a couple of questions, please, and then once I give them, I'll hang up and let you respond. But I'm deeply concerned. Where are the rest of our black elected officials? We have Maxine Waters, Representative Lee, Representative Wilson out of Florida, Representative Al Green out of Texas, who come forward all the time and lay their credibility on the line and criticize the things that are going wrong in the country. But where are the rest of them? Where's Senator Cory Booker? I see Senator Harris every now and again, but you know, can you tell me, are they able to come on television or on the radio or even on your show and just stand up? Because they are the elected officials. We need to hear from them. And I do agree that we need some kind of accountability for what's happening with our police departments across the country. You know, what would be your advice for black and brown people, particularly male black and brown people, to do? Even when we comply with the police, we get beat up and shot. And I'll just hang up and listen to you.
Well, thank you for your call, Donald. I think, and Mayor Packenway, and I think that we need to have strong laws that are enforced, that when police do this, the only thing that's going to stop this is if we have accountability and they know they will be prosecuted if they break the law. You know, I've gotten in trouble saying that before, but I continue to say that they are not above the law any more than President Trump is. And I think we've got to do that. And I think those black electeds that don't stand up, we've got to hold accountable. I mean, we did not fight to get them in, for them to get there and just deal with their careers and not our community.
I agree 100%, Reverend Sharpton, especially if they want our presidential vote in 2020.
All right. Thank you, Mary Pat. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back, keeping it real. Sharpton right after this.